throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Derek Brown, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Back to throw, Purdy. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
They'll get that complete to Franklin. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And New York set to take the field. And they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down at a yard. Another run for Gibbs here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He's brought down by Barrett. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll go with a keeper. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down. A gain of 1 yard. And the Jets.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
As we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. Brought down on the play by Kobe Turner. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. And maybe just lucky to get that pass away.
And maybe should have held on to it because I don't know what you thought. That didn't look like the primary receiver to me.
No.
I agree. I think he's coming over a secondary target. Maybe in that situation, you don't throw it at all. Eat it, take care of the football. They're fortunate nothing bad happened on that one.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
4 yards on
2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Back to throw here. Now he'll tuck this and run. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he fires one, but incomplete.
He converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Purdy. And this one too low. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Gain of 8 brings up 3rd and 2.
Operating from the gun, Purdy. And he is going to have a Colts first down, and he was able to get it by play. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
And the Colts first down. 1st and 10.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
It's a pickup of 6.
A give. Here's Jenkins. He stiff arms it. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Once again, now the ball comes loose.
Not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Throwing on 2nd down. Purdy.
You know, he's been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And now a stoppage. It looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And now out come the Jets. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Short throw caught by Bowers. They have 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's to Bowers once again. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here. 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. The last series for them, a little disappointing. Forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Purdy. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run here with Jenkins. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And the Colts First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back to throw. Purdy. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. And now a stoppage. It looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Throwing again on second down. Purdy. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
And 13.
Operating from the gun. Purdy. Pass to the right, and he's got McBride.
Purdy's pass.
On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Second and 9 now from the 21. Looking to throw. That one taken in by Neighbors. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
13 yards on the play.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Jets.
They'll look to throw here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
First down pass.
From the 41, here's second and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 54 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. That's complete. It's Neighbors. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's second and 8. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's third down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, they'll get it to Harrison. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 29-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Jets.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
A 7-yard gain on the play.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
First down, New York.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And now a stoppage, and it looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They work now on second and 9. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there, because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Colts about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. Shotgun now with Purdy. Checks it down to Jenkins. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Purdy will set up to throw it here. It's caught inside the 25. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw. The throw out wide going to be incomplete. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Sanders' kick is good. And a second field goal here gets them back within 11 now. It's 17-6. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. On the give, here's Gibbs. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. The playoffs are underway. What a weekend this is shaping up to be. This, the first of 2 on Saturday, followed by 3 more tomorrow, and then we wrap things up on Monday night. Our trip around the NFL starts now. We begin right here in the Sunshine State. It's the Bucs at home to take on the Detroit Lions. And this is the Lions quarterback. He had a heck of a game. This, one of 2 touchdown passes. He also ran for a score. And let's look at the rest of the bracket here in the NFC on Wild Card Weekend. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters. The second half starts with a run by Gibbs. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. That's caught downfield by Neighbors. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Malik Neighbors, 70 yards. And the Jets continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is up to 18 now. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Looking to put a drive together. Now Purdy. He'll look middle here and give it to Odunze. And they'll get it out just short of the 45 at the 44.
13 yards on the play.
Play action. Now Purdy. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Purdy. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 7.
Purdy now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 40.
13 yards on the play. And the Colts first down.
Throwing here, Purdy. That's taken in by Franklin. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw. Pass caught by Burden. And just shutting him off there. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
It's a gain of 31 yards. That's another Colts first down.
Here's Purdy. That's caught at the 2. And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain.
A 4-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and goal. At the 2-yard.
Judkins is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown.
And that's a step in the right direction. This had the feeling of one of those turning point kind of drives. If you come up empty there, it could be a long road back. But they persevered and hung around, and they closed the gap here in the 3rd quarter with their first touchdown of the game.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And it is good. That cuts the lead now to 11, 24-13 our score. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And New York set to take the field. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's caught left side by Neighbors. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup.
On play action, they'll throw.
At the 29-yard line.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
The second down.
3rd and 2.
Complete to Malik Neighbors. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's
They'll set up a throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Jets first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That one taken in by Neighbors. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's another Jets first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches.
10 more yards.
Hand off now to Gibbs. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
That's good for a Jets first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. And it's caught.
The pass.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Touchdown, Jets. Brock Bowers, a 1-yard touchdown reception. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get a security deposit back.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
Purdy tosses out wide, complete. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
4th down try. Here's Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30.
It's a gain of 16
Back to
yards.
throw, Purdy. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there.
A gain of 4.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Purdy from the gun. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Will Anderson picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Purdy looking to throw. Setting up a screen for Jenkins. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Touchdown, Colts! Romadunze from 6 yards away. And the Colts are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Sanders on for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. And New York set to take the field. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
That's another Jets first down.
He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Back to throw again. Over the middle, hooks up with a tight end, Bowers. 2 yards still to go. Third down now.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 22-yard line. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
At the 22-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7.
4 yards on the pickup.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Jets get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking. Nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates, I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is up to 18 now. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it to 26. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Throw right side taken in by Adunze. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. Now Purdy. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. He gets this into the hands of Judkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
It's a gain of 11. And the Colts, 1st down.
Here's Purdy. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Will Anderson able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Throwing here, Purdy. A pass complete to Adunze. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jets are going to take over here up near the 40. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And New York set to take the field. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
1st down. A gain of 11 on the play.
And in a situation like this, you're in the 2nd half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up the 1st down.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
1st down. A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Jets.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
22-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Trying to get that to Jahmyr Gibbs out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
They'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Purdy now to throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good for a call.
On 1st down, here's Jenkins. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Ball carrier taken down at the 43-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Jenkins. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Purdy. They'll get this into the hands of Odunze. Now a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4.
Judkins going to run it out of the gun. And he'll get it down to the plane to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
A 7-yard gain.
Operating from the gun. Purdy. And he loses the football a 2nd time. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were. And so possession will remain with Indy. They'll run from the gun. It's Judkins. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line.
And the tight end goes in motion left.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd down, here's Judkins. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
3-yard loss on the play. It's 4th down.
Purdy, big 4th down play. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a 2nd time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. Throwing to start the drive. Purdy. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 19-yard line. A gain of 4.
To throw again on second down. Purdy. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Franklin. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Out of bounds at the 35-yard line. A 7-yard pickup.
Shotgun now with Purdy. Over the middle, complete. It's Franklin. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. Checks it down to Judkins. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Out of bounds at the 47-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Out of the gun, Purdy. That's taken in by Franklin. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
First down.
Purdy from the gun. Over the middle, he's going to find Burden. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. That's caught left side, Burden. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
A 7-yard gain. And the Colts, first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Purdy sets up to throw again. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
9-yard loss. It's now 2nd and 19 at the 37-yard line.
Back to throw, Purdy. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Brings up 3rd and 14.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back in the 32.
Will Anderson. A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long, everybody.